2 weeks ago, I posted video where I was saying that the eggs are hatching. And what I was talking about are Hydra eggs. And they are these little yellow balls that you can see. You can see a few of them. And 2 months ago, there were millions of them. They were everywhere. They were in the dust. There were millions of them. And so I recorded a lot of footage looking at these little balls and the Hydra. Like there's a Hydra and there's a Hydra. So what I was showing 2 weeks ago is that all of these millions of little yellow balls are disappearing. Because I was like, where are all the little balls? Where'd they go? Well, I knew that they were related to the Hydra. I wasn't sure if they were eggs or if they were embryos, if they are like the actual animal that's in development. So when I posted the video 2 weeks ago saying the eggs are hatching, that's not correct. What it is the eggs or embryos, they're developing. The animal is actually growing from the little yellow ball. And so I've just been more and more aware that there are fewer and fewer of these little yellow balls. And this is what it looked like on May 7th. And you can see that there are little yellow balls everywhere. And let me assure you that there were way more than this at one point. I've got so much footage, and at one point there was just yellow balls everywhere. Now I'm going to play this. I'm going to play part of this, and I'm not sure how well you're going to hear it because of the external microphone being on, but I'm just going to show, you'll see.
The overall goal of this procedure is to microinject plasmid DNA into Hydra embryos to produce transgenic lines. This is accomplished by first preparing a plasmid DNA solution and loading it into an injection needle. Next, the plasmid DNA solution is injected into Hydra embryos between the 1 and...
Okay, so you see the little yellow ball. And you see all the little yellow balls. And, let's see. And this was on May 7th. May 7th. And I'm recording this video on June 7th. Okay, so...
is injected into Hydra embryos between the 1 and 8 cell stages. Then, the Hydra embryos are allowed to develop and hatch.
So she said hatch, which gives you the idea of an egg. So,
develop and hatch, and juveniles with transgenic tissue are selected. The final step is to produce a uniform transgenic line by asexual budding of the original transgenic animal. Ultimately, fluorescence microscopy is used to visualize transgenic expression in Hydra.
So again, the little yellow balls, they were literally everywhere. Like Hydra. These are all Hydras. All these little star shapes. And the little balls are the embryos. And so now I've been noticing that there are fewer and fewer of these little yellow balls everywhere. Let me get to... Okay, so this is a fruit fly that I recorded also May 7th. And you can see it's got the little balls attached to it. And Hydra are on it. I recorded lots of gnats and fruit flies and regular flies that have this stuff stuck to them. Okay. So anyway, let me see if I can... I mean, how creepy is this? Right? It's creepy. So, anyway, as you can see, there are a lot less little yellow balls because they have begun, well, they've been for a couple of weeks, developing. And the balls aren't really disappearing. They're just becoming the Hydra. Like that. And let's see. Here's a little yellow ball. You see this little bit growing off of it? That will be, they're like two little buds, and those will be tentacles. This isn't yellow. They're not all yellow. Some of them are this clear whitish color. Some of them are an orangish color. Some of them are yellow. There's different sizes, different shapes. Like here's a little orange one, and it's got the little buds growing off of it. Here's a little white, clear white thing. See the little tentacles growing off? This one has a little tentacle growing off. This one has a tentacle. Here's an orange one with things growing off. All of these little things, these little hydra that have these tentacles growing off of them, they were little balls. Now they've begun to develop, and they're all different. There's different colors, different shapes, different sizes, but that's really not any different than the actual hydras themselves once they're grown. So let's have a look real quick at some hydra. Okay. Hydra, 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 hydra. And this is several hydra which have joined together, because they do that. They join together in this long strand, and their tentacles are here. And sometimes when I catch one of these long strands, you can see the actual head part, like right here, this little darker part. It's an orangish brown. Sometimes you can see where the little heads, little individual heads are, and they just grow into, or they just join together and become a larger animal. It's like several become one. Unless it's one that just grows that way. I don't think so, because of the little colored specks you will see. Not in this one, but there are examples, like right here, it's got a little bit of color right there. I'm not sure that you can even see that. But I do fully believe that these are individuals that join together. No, it's not, I can only say I believe that. I haven't actually seen these things do anything. Okay, and you see this one moving down here? See that movement? That's from me pushing down on the microscope. I collect the dust on different things. I use a metal tray. This is a black plastic disposable plate. It works really good because it's a smooth, dark surface. So I just walk around with whatever I'm going to collect it on, and I use a paintbrush, and I just sweep the surfaces of shelves, furniture, boxes, whatever, my monitor, my computer, my printer, anything that is just sitting and collecting dust. And it doesn't have to be thick dust, and it could just be a couple of days worth of dust. And I just use this paintbrush and sweep the dust onto the plate or tray or ceramic tile, whatever I'm using to catch it on. And then I take a piece of just glass from like I buy cheap picture frames from the Dollar Tree and just take the glass out. And I put the glass right on top of the dust, and then I set the microscope on top of the glass. So when I push down on the microscope, when I push down with the microscope, usually to focus it, because you have to hold it steady while you focus, it pushes the glass and it causes that movement. So these animals, these creatures, they aren't moving independently. That's me causing that. Just so that that's clear. And yeah, so this video today I'm recording, I'm going to be showing a lot of the little new hydra forming, like this little clear bit right here. Let me get it in. Let me get it in. Where'd it go? Okay. This little clear bit right here. It's got little buds growing off of it. Okay. All of these little bits, if you notice, they have little buds, little tentacles growing from them. Now, let's see. One thing I am noticing now is you'll see this little, it's almost like a little heart or a V right here. And right here, okay, right here, I'm going to do the outside there. I've noticed that a lot of these little animals will have a tentacle, at least one tentacle, that has this little V, like whatever this is. I think it's probably meant for pinching, grabbing, holding. I don't know. These, I don't see them move. I know that they do have to move, but this is something I've begun to notice. See that? Here. Where else did I see one? But the little V is something I have begun to notice in the last couple of days. They are all different shapes, sizes. There's different colors. I've seen a red, a pink, a green, a blue. Mostly I see these clear, I don't know if it's clear, the whatever they are. Mostly that's what I see, but I have seen different colors. But they are all different shapes, sizes, colors, but so are the more developed ones. Now mostly, let me get it in focus. Mostly they are this white, clear, but sometimes they're more yellowish. Sometimes they are completely the white, and sometimes they will have, like this one has a little bit of an orange color in its centerpiece. Yeah, sometimes the little head. Okay, this one, see, it's got a little bit of an orange color to it. I can't get it better than that, but I think you can see what I'm saying. See, this one looks pretty clear. Okay, see, that one actually has a little bit of a orangish color. I know it's very small and hard to see. Look at this little baby right here. It's still got part of its yellow ball. Its little buds are growing. That's a pretty good one. Let me take a picture of that one. Okay. See, this one has a little bit of a darker color in the center right here. This one is more yellowish with a darker center. See, this one Okay, this one has the white legs, where this one almost is like a cream, light yellow color with the orange center. So some of them will have just a few legs, and some of them will have more legs. Some of them have a longer body. I don't really know how to explain that without an example. Actually, this would be perfect. This one has the kind of orangish color. I'm going to call it the head. But then it's got this piece that extends back, right? So some of them are like that. They have a different shaped body to them. And some of them look like they have joined together with other hydra to form one animal, like multiples joined together and form one animal. I'm going to find that. Let me find that. Hold on. So this is what I mean by it looks like multiple hydra joined together. It's got the long body, and then the little tentacles all come off away from the body. Okay, let's just look at some things. Let's look at some things. Okay. We're looking at Hydra, but I saw this and I was like, well, what is this? I don't know what this is. It's very sparkly and shiny. I don't know. My first thought is it's one of the balls, like one of the balls. But it's glowing and it seems pretty wild. It seems to have something growing out of it. It's got this little goo around it. So the question is, why is this one glowing? I have no idea. I have no idea, but it's glowing and it's interesting. So I'm just going to take a couple of screenshots of it, and I'm going to have to move on. It's under the glass. I don't think it's going anywhere, but I have had a couple of things disappear where I was like, where did that go? See this one? There's the head, and then it's got this long piece. Now that could be a tentacle, or it could be the body. I'm really not sure about that. But let's just look at some Hydra. Here's the little V shape. And there's a big V shape. And I notice a lot of V shapes, honestly. I see them a lot. Large and small. See? Oh. Okay, look, that looks a little different. Let me turn the light down and see how it changes. Oh my. Let's see. Wow. Wonder what's doing that. That's pretty interesting. That's really interesting. I need to definitely mark where this thing is so I can come back to it. Let me pause this. Actually, let me finish recording it and then I'll mark it. Alright. Wonder what's doing that. I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't know about this stuff. But something is definitely making this one glow. Also, if you see that little square that just popped, that's not me doing that. I'm pretty sure that's the autofocus on the microscope. I don't know how to make it stop. I don't know how to turn it off. I've tried to figure out how to get rid of it. Sometimes it just shows up, and it's usually when I wish it wasn't showing up. Like I'm trying to show something and it starts popping up, and alright, let me get it back up. Anyway, the little square popping up, that's not me. I wish it wouldn't do it. Sometimes it doesn't. Alright, let's look at some baby hydras. If I put a dot, I'm trying to put a dot on what I think is the head. Right here. I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure about the head on that one. That's interesting. I don't know what it is. See the little Y shape? Y shape. Y shape. Here. It makes me think that the Hydra, they are probably very fragile, delicate things, and that these probably just break off of the body. And Hydra fully regenerate, so if they lose a piece, it grows back. If you have a Hydra and you cut it into 2 pieces, you get 2 Hydra. They regrow the part that's missing. So, yeah. Okay. I'm going to end this one because I'm at 30 minutes, and I know I'm going to have to shave half of this footage out. But, I'm going to end this recording and start a new one with less talking. Okay? See the little Y shape there? Oops. Anyway, you see it. Okay. Now this is interesting because this is like one long thread that has little buds growing off of it. It's what it looks like to me. It has these little bits growing off of it. Really don't know how to explain this. It could be one of, but this is so long that I don't really know how to. Yeah, I'm really not sure. It's like, it's very long. My goodness. See? Okay. And look, it ends in one of the V's. That's interesting. So, I'm zoomed in. Okay, yeah. I'm at 1,000 magnification, so I'm not able to really get any closer than where I'm at. But let's look at this, because it's got these little things either stuck to it or growing off of it. Well, okay, let's look at this one. Let's look at this long thread here. Okay, these are growing off of it. And look, see the little V shape? The little Y? And this appears to be, like, this would be where the head, or I guess it's the head, would be. And it's just got a really extremely long tentacle. I don't know what you would even call it. I don't know. But it's not as long as this one, but it's a really good example, okay, for this, what I was just showing. You can see for yourself that these things are growing, and there's little buds. There's little places where I feel sure more of these are going to grow, more of those. All I can do is kind of monitor it, so I should probably record where this is at. I think my wind chimes have gone crazy. Let me pause. Okay. I've tried to mark, I put marks on the electrical tape which holds the glass down to try to line the microscope back up with those marks so that I can monitor this. That's about the best I can do with this particular. I could try to put it in something a little more just it, but yeah, good luck trying to pick out a fiber out of dust. It's literally literally magnified 1,000 times. I'm never going to find this fiber with my eyes, so it's going to have to stay where it is, contained on this surface with glass on top of it, and I will try to keep checking this. What I need to do would be smart. If I was smart, I would do this, is have a notebook, and for all of the different things that I want to keep monitored, I kind of have their little coordinates on the where they can be found. Yeah, I need to do something like that to keep up with certain I need to do something like that to keep up with certain I need to do something like that to keep up with certain interesting bits that I'm finding, that I want to see if they change, grow, you know, what happens next. I have got so many different pieces of glass right now. it's kind of crazy. It's so much. Got too much. It's like the bumble hive and the fuzzy intel. I just got too much. Wind chimes? You got quiet. What was it? Me saying bumble hive? Oh no. Don't be shy. Don't be shy now. There's a cluster. Mm-hmm. And here's actually a couple of yellow balls. There's a lot more to these Hydra than what I'm saying in this video. I'm going to be making another video. I'm going to make several. I've spent 2 weeks not making videos. I've spent 2 weeks recording and just looking and studying these things, trying to figure out patterns and different things, and I have seen some things, so more videos are coming. This video is mainly to clear up my last video where I said they were hatching. It's mainly to show that they're actually developing from the little yellow balls, and just how few little balls there are now compared to, a couple of weeks ago when there were millions. It's incredible how different it is. So I am just going to keep recording and do my best to show this stuff and show the things I have figured out. And that's kind of interesting right there. I don't know what it is, but it's interesting. Look at this teeny tiny little guy right there. Remember I said that they're different colors? Okay. Alright. Let's see, what was this? This was that fiber I was going to try to make sure I could find and get back to. Let's see if I can find it. It should be right about here. There it is. Good. My marking it on the tape worked well. And then the other thing I was going to try to keep up with was that glowing bit, and that was right here somewhere. Right there. Is that it? That's not it. It's around here though. There it is. I'm not sure what that is. Very strange. Let's see. Cut that light off again and see if it's still glowing like that. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. Let me take a picture, and this is where I'm going to call this one done. I'm at 30 minutes and 30 seconds. All right. Done, done, done.